Heyo everybody, this is Monkeypuzzle, and welcome for some more TUG. Yes, we did our first episode last time, and we got some good feedback. We even got a mention on Nerd Kingdom, the developer's Twitter. That made me really happy, and I'm having a lot of fun with the game, and I'm excited to keep progressing. So, not much has changed since last episode. I still just kind of throwing my stuff around on this clearing here between the bamboo and some hardwood forest over there, and there's some jungle over there just out of view. All that fancy terrain over there is the jungle, and I just been throwing my stuff in piles on the ground. I did some resource gathering and some hunting while you guys were gone, but not too much. And one of the next things I want to do is make a way to get all this stuff off the mud, maybe actually make a cool house or a hut or something, and a way to depot all this stuff. It's kind of good that we're gathering it first because we can see how much room we're going to need, and some of these things get quite big. I haven't gone too far with cobble and stuff either, and dirt, and that can build up as well. And last episode we talked about moving straight to the Bronze Age this time, and I still am going to try to do that today. But I watched some LPers working on it, and it turns out that bronze tools have surprisingly low durability. It seemed like ballpark estimate is maybe twice that of stone tools. But I still want to move on to bronze tools because we have a lot of resource gathering to do, especially if we want to build a big fancy house, and I want to move out of these stone tools as fast as I can. But there's a trick I learned that can make all of our tools last a lot longer. And it's going to involve these fancy gourds right here. And so we're going to need to do some farming actually. And let me show you how you find them. Right over here I found one of those little half log shelters up on this little hill right here. It's so easy to get lost. I've marked my way with torches already. But these are pretty cool. And this one's got some glow-in-the-dark orange mushrooms in it. A little worried about those. But yeah, just sitting around on the ground. Oh, hey goat. From this vine right here, we have these fancy, glowy purple gourds hanging out. So those are cool. And there's also pumpkins Oops, I don't want to break that vine. I could, but just trying to pick up the pumpkin. And yeah, so let's take those. Head back over to our little base, which is back over here somewhere. I've already lost my bearings. Oh, good thing I've left those torches for myself. Otherwise I would have headed off into regions unknown. And trying to do a little clearing too, to open up little avenues to the places I like to go. And one thing I wish I could do, if the developers are watching, is clear these silly grasses without making divots in the ground. You can make a divot in the ground, and here, let's try that, and get rid of them that way. That wasn't too bad, I guess. Maybe it's changed a little bit. It's gone down a little bit. Used to be you dig a whole hole in the ground. Now it looks like I am, oh, like that, yeah. I am creating some ripples. But anyway, it'd be great to be able to harvest these like everything else, even if you didn't get anything from them, because they help tremendously in getting lost, which is not very helpful at all. Oh, and one other little thing I want to show you real quick. And yeah, that's my number 2 request of the developers. That laugh has got to go, and it seems like every other LPer I've seen has agreed that that is just super disconcerting, and it keeps happening. Let's make a couple of these spears. It's just a shaft and a vine and one of these little spearheads. So it's not surprising that you could make a spear from them. And we grab these. And when I was playing before, I was thinking, okay, that's interesting. You know, you can kind of wave your spear around. But it doesn't seem very spear-like, right? And I'm like, okay, well, I might as well just use my sword. But it turns out, if you press T, it changes your stance, and then, boom, you can throw your spears. So that is awesome. And we'll use that for hunting pretty soon. See if we can spear something. What if can we spear our monument? I'm sure we can. Let's press T. Woo, I guess we can't. I guess the aim on these is not that great. Okay, gotta press T again. And, ooh, okay, so they go a little to the right. That's something to keep in mind. But they can embed in cobblestone. So if they go to the right, if I go there, will I hit it? Yeah, okay. We're learning our little tricks. So anyway, that was just a fun thing. Wanted to share with you guys. But let's work on some other stuff right now. So right here, I've got 4 wood branches and 3 chopped wood and some vines. And that will make us a crafting table. And we're going to use that for quite a bit of stuff. But you know what? Oh, there it is. It's already in place. We're going to leave it there. I realized I actually skipped a step. What I wanted to do first was take these gourds, a few of them, and we got to eat 1 or 2. Oh, these are actually stacks of them. Yep. And get some gourd seeds. Let's overeat a little bit. Get 4 seeds for gourds. And then this one we're going to save for a minute. And then we need to do some farming. And I'm going to farm some melons and some pumpkins later too, but I'm not really hungry right now. So we just got to grab our little hoe. Our apple tree got to full size, by the way. And I'm just going to go ahead. Let me see if I can speed this up. I'm going to go ahead and till a whole section. I won't make you watch. And then when I'm ready, we'll come back and plant some gourds. There we go. We got a nice long row for our crops. So let's grab our seeds right there. And I see a lot of people have problems planting seeds in TUG. And what's the problem is with that is they're putting in too close to other things, or there's not enough tilled area. And I think it takes a 3x3 area of tilled area, I think, to do that. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, that planted. And we'll just kind of go along here and see how close we can plant those. So we got 4 gourds. Let's go ahead and do a pumpkin too, because we're actually going to need, we're going to need pumpkins for the stuff that we're doing. So let's get that back in there and plant a pumpkin patch as well. Now this is going to tie in to the Bronze Age, and I'll show you in a minute how that works. It's pretty fun. So now that we've got that done, let's go ahead and start getting ready for the Bronze Age. So we made this crafting table, or a crude workbench, which we're going to need. And we're also going to need some ore. And I've seen some people dig some pretty deep holes to go and get ore. But I think I have a place over here where I can actually get it a lot more easily. Let me see, what do we got to do it with? We got a pick. I think we're going to need another pick. And perhaps we got a hammer, but not much of a hammer anymore. And there is our shovel. We'll need that. So let's go over here. I think I got another pick made already right there. So that should be enough to get started. I did find I have a piece of coal here, and I have a piece of tin ore. And this let me know where we're going to find our ore. This I got from actually breaking our other campfire. So when you break your campfire, I did it with a hammer, you get a little bit of ore. Or coal, excuse me. So right over here, we've got this nice little jungly area. And the terrain in it gets pretty fantastical. And it's actually pretty hard to navigate, because you get down in there, and you can, let's see, I can go down here. Besides that wind sound, you get into all these kind of areas that are hard to get through. And then you can also get into these long tunnely things, which the ones over here I'm trying to show you actually get kind of maze-like. Let's see, let's go over here and see what we see. And I also would like to make this area more navigable. Like, that looks like a cool place to hang out, right? But if we jump down here, you gotta remember that's the way out. It gets kind of confusing, you know. You can go around and around these things, and there's no clear way to go at a certain point. It would be very easy to get lost, but hopefully we can just turn right around right now before we get lost. And we're going to combine 2 things. We're going to make this area more navigable, and we're going to get some ore, because when I was trying to break my way out one time, I was getting ore right off the side, and I may not repeat that. I know there's certain kind of rocks that will do it. Oh, there we go. So it seems like in the jungle you can get ore really near the surface, so that's really cool. And in the process we're making some stairs to get in and out of here, which will be helpful as well. I guess I need my shovel for that, so that's 3. Let's go ahead, dig that out. And a little bit more. I've still got my big my 2x2x2 thing going on, and I can reduce it like that. And let's go back to the pick for that, and I can jump up this far pretty easily. That's cool. We can axe this down, get some stuff. See how we're doing already for ore. We got 2 and 2, and that's not a bad start. We also want some coal, so I should probably do a bit more of this, get some more resources. Let me see, let's do a way up here. Where do I want to go? That's neat. How about, oh, I don't know, let's make a staircase right here, and I'm going to be leaving a lot of stuff on the ground because I don't have enough inventory room at the moment. Let's get the pick back and start opening this up. There's some more coal, and so on. So I don't know if I should make you guys watch all this. I'm just going to do a bit more of this, get some stuff to bring back to the area over there. There we go. And back to the pick. Yeah, so, floating. So, yeah, this is the copper ore. And getting a good amount of that. That's the coal, which actually that's our first piece of. So, let's grab that. And we're going to need a bit more than that. Well, I've brought you guys this far. Let's just do a bit more together. And then we'll go move on with it. Where'd my axe go? There it is. Can't stand leaving that tree like that. So anyway, we can come back for the rest of this stuff. That's probably good for getting us started. And I guess I can't get out there yet. That's alright. We can refine that later. I guess I need to do the little 1x1s to actually get out. Although it seemed like it worked okay over here. So yeah. Alright, so that was a little mining. A little jungle architecture. There's one of those dudes. And yes, back over here is our stuff. So let's put it to use. So let me see. Let me just make a little room real quick so we can do a few things. Oh, and there's another thing I want to show you with transmutation if we have time. Learn how to do that as well. And we've got a nice bit of cobble. Another little trick is if you pick things up and then put them back down, they can all stack together like that. So that's a good way to make things take less space on the ground. So, and then we can get rid of the dirt as well. And we also didn't need to be carrying all this grass. Okay, so we did all that together. Let's grab a piece of wood. Although it looks like the fire is going, we may not need it. But one thing we're going to need to do now is make some hardened wood. And there's various kinds of hardened wood we can make. But we'll need shafts and we'll need branches. So if we throw some branches down here by the fire, and we need to feed the fire, it looks like. Let's throw all those down. I think we're going to need a bit more than that. But if you press G, you get hardened wood. So that's pretty cool. And we need to make a good number of those for all the stuff we're going to do. And actually, I don't remember. I think I may be wrong. It may not work with the branches. It's making something. Oh, it just makes torches, right? Okay. So that's cool. Always good to have more torches. But let's do that a little bit more. With these guys, how much did I grab? I need to grab a bit more. Okay, how much do I got now? Let's do this. Let's do the 6. And throw those down. These guys. So I'm just going to speed ahead real quick for y'all. Alright, my fire went out. I got 6 hardened wood. Let's do these wood shafts too. Now if we press G on these, it should work. Oh, right, my fire went out. I forgot about that part. So let's feed the fire. Press G. And then from these we'll get hardened wood shafts. And so those are very useful for a lot of stuff. All the more advanced tools is going to use hardened wood. And then if we put these on the table, our workbench we made earlier, put that and press G, we get wood handles, hardened wood handles. So we're going to put those to use in just a minute. Let me do a little inventory management. I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. Let's make a few things that we're going to need to get into the Bronze Age. So the first thing we're going to need is some leather bellows. And we need 2 strips, leather strips. I've been getting those from killing goats. And then we're going to need 2 of our hardened wood. So let's put those down. And then we're going to need these 2 hardened wood handles we needed, which are these things. And put those down. And some of these things we need a stone axe, be holding a stone axe, but I don't think we need that for these. So there we go. We got a bellows. Now the bellows, actually, well, we can do this down here. This doesn't have to be on the bench. We're going to use for making our stone furnace. So I'm just looking up the recipe again real quick. We're going to need 1 coal. Whoops. There it is. Besides the bellows, we're going to need 4 hardened wood. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to need 6 cobblestone, which I don't have. Let me go grab some cobblestone. We got our nice boulder forming here. Oh, and look, our crops have grown already. That's great. So that's good. We got those going. And over here, we need our cobblestone. So it was 6 cobblestone. 1, 2. Whoa. Okay. I guess you can't put cobblestone down like that. I knew that, but I forgot. Okay. Divvying it up our area right here. So let's do it this way instead. We're just going to have to throw the whole dang boulder down. Okay. Let's press G and see what we get. Whoa. It's either a boat, a big cobblestone boat, or it's a stone furnace. So let's go ahead and put this thing down somewhere. This is all going to change once we make ourselves a better place to be. But there, it's right there in my hand. So we just put that down. And this thing, what it does is if we put down some tin, let's put 2 of those down. Let's put all 3. And our copper, 1, 2, 3. Let's grab that one back. I guess I could have put it in a stack. Stay up there. Got stuff. We got plans for you. And I might need to stoke it with coal first. Apparently not. Maybe it's still working on that coal. But we get these things, which are called latins. They're kind of like ingots. So that's cool. That's our first processing of those ores. So we're combining the tin and the copper, and we're getting these bronze latins. So that's big progress. So we're almost there, actually. We've processed our metal, and now we need a way to turn them into something. And that part's pretty easy. I don't remember if we need to do it on the table or not, but I do remember we're going to need this sand that we picked up in the beginning of last episode. Let's try it on the ground first, and if it doesn't work, we will try it on the crafting table. I keep forgetting, the crude workbench. And we need another piece of hardened wood, so I got to grab that real quick. I think it's actually, we need 4. So I am going to speed up again for your benefit after I feed the fire. Alright, we got more hardened wood. And so we got 2 right there. We need 2 more. And I think that should be enough to do this. So, okay. Turns out it looks like we do need to do it on our crude workbench. So let's go ahead and do that. It's not a big deal. We'll just put all 6 of these down to make it easy. Press G. Nope. Time to get the hammer on our hand. Press G. Now we're in business. And we're going to get this thing, which wants to fall off the table. This is our, let me get the correct name of it, our sandcast mold. And that goes right by the stone furnace. And if we feed the furnace with a bit more coal, then that activates this too. And I guess the idea is that we're melting the metal and we're going to make sandcasts of the things we want to make. So why don't we start with a pick? So you put down what you want to make. Where'd it go? I think that would work still, but I want to see if I can get it on there just to make it a bit more realistic. Come on. We got things to do here. Alright, so there is our pick. So we're making a mold of that pick. Let's throw down, well, we'll throw down all our Latins right now. And I think if we press G, here it comes. Woohoo! We get this fancy bronze pick head. There it is. It's beautiful. Let's see. See what it looks like. I can't see it in my hand right now. Can I see it if I press X? Nope. No seeing it yet. Okay, that's fine. But they're really neat looking. So over here, we're getting full. I need some more handles. So I think if I press G, hopefully I'll get 2 more handles. Yep, and now I can get that out of the way. No, I can't. Let's just throw something on the ground. Right now, let's just throw down our sand and get that out of the way. So handles and the head plus some amount of leather strips. I forget how much. And let's put our hammer in our hand. And here we go. Woohoo! It's our first bronze tool. We have, it's in 3. Yes. All right, we have a bronze pick. So that's very, very cool. And this is going to help us do a lot more mining. But I told you the durability of this is not as good as I think it should be. Maybe we need to move on to iron or something like that. But that update doesn't exist. But so there's a way to extend the life of this pick and everything else that we have. And that's going to require making potions. But I think that this episode has gone on long enough. So I am going to go ahead and end the episode here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to record another episode right away. And maybe I'll put both of those up together so that then we can get all the way to the point where then I can be using this stuff to get lots more resources. So I hope this was helpful and fun for y'all. We're making big progress here, and with all the materials that we were able to get from our new tools or upgrades, we're going to use those to better our circumstances here and elsewhere. So that's enough for this episode. This is Monkeypuzzle, and I'm signing off, and I'm going to move right into the next one and get that one ready for you too. Okay, y'all. Bye-bye.